Have you ever felt burned out? They say it's a kind of a stress that is prolonged. The first part of stress is duress. Duress I learned about when I studied the integral theory, not really, integral praxis with the late Dr. John Cook. Well, that was more based on spiral dynamics, the work of Claire Graves and John Beck, I believe. And so the duress occurs when we are not really understanding the current shifts in complexity. And that refers really very much to where we are. So I feel burnout is happening faster now as the frequencies are quite confusing. And so duress, stress, and burnout, they can go like in almost 5 minutes. Burnout is not only a mental state. It's not only happening in the mind. It's also happening in your body. It's also happening in your emotions. And for many of us, we have a spiritual burnout. Many of my friends in the field, they say, well, how much longer does it take? I can't take this anymore. When is it over? We all feel a little bit like the little child. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. The ascension journey is still in the movement. It is important that we embrace the ride because it's not going faster or slower just because we want it. So the burnout is something very natural that is occurring right now. However, you don't need to stay there and you don't need to be a victim to it. And this is maybe my message for today here in the burnout. You can actually choose. Now, let me say something a bit revolutionary. It's not about coping with the old fears and the old whatever makes you stressed. When we are stressed, it means something doesn't work, something doesn't flow. We are overloaded with problems. We live in busyness and we cannot take care of ourselves, or we are just impatient. And impatience is not a negative sign. It's not your fault and it's nobody else's fault. I feel it's just that time, of deconstruction and shifts and chaos and turbulence that brings a natural impatience. So don't push yourself, don't blame anyone. It's just like that. So coping is not the solution. And also not resilience. Resilience is that rubber band. How much longer can you stretch? Well, if you stretch it long enough, actually the rubber band is breaking. And guess who was a rubber band? It's you. So when we talk about burnout, dare to see more than actually you want to see. Something that we love to do with burnout and stress and resilience and getting out of coping and really facing. So we're living also at a time of facing what occurs, being vulnerable, but having the courage to step out and to heal. And cosmos and the stars are supporting us on that. So one of the things that work really well is a medicine wheel journey. And Heather Ainsworth, she has a PhD, but she doesn't call herself Dr. Heather Ainsworth. She has done some beautiful work, and because we love medicine wheel journeys anyway, we have advanced our work with the medicine wheel. So if you suffer from burnout, if it resonates with you, don't go first to the pills. Try to see what you're trying to cope with, what you're covering up. Is it flight or freeze? Is it fawn or flight, fight, flight, fear, freeze, or fawn? This is what we're trying to cover up, and this is why what we're assisting to heal. On a medicine wheel journey, we can maybe release some of that. It's your experience, it's your self-inquiry, and it's nice to facilitate that. So again, I'm gonna put some information there. Burnout can also mean that a radical change is necessary or an evolutionary leap. And of course, the evolutionary leap would also take you into the world of meditation, falling into your heart, choosing to live in 5D, accepting the self-realization that is coming to you anyway. Stop the fighting, stop the resisting, but embracing the ride. And so I'm gonna put more links, of course, because I can, to bring you not solutions, because I don't think it's problems, but to bring you some options, some choices to explore with us. That's part of our job here in Sonkos Worlds and as Sonic Sonkos. But what is very important too when we are talking about burnout is that we actually find points of relaxation. I'm getting my flutes just in case you're wondering what I'm up to here. I'm getting my flutes into the hammock because I can. So I would like to share a little bit of sound lines, a little bit of a sound bridge that allows you to step out of that burnout and to step into your natural self that is in the heart. So if you have a moment, please, or make yourself a moment, stop the video and watch it later. And take these couple of minutes to go within, to your heart, to connect to all that you are, and to find that calm and peace that allows you to look at this burnout, at this stress in a different way, that allows you to face what you're hiding with your coping and with your resilience. So what are you sensing now? You have a little bit of calm. There is no quick fix. A moment in time is simply the choice point that gives you access to go on your journey of ascension in your earth, on your journey to you, to your mastery. And so very happy to hear from you in the comments. Where does burnout take you? And how can I and the Sonic Sonkos be of service to you? Much love from my heart to yours.